Cantate began as just a one-time thing. It was not intended to be an organization that would last. It was just going to be a weekend choir that got together and then disbanded. The origins of that were myself and a friend, Ben Burkholder, another composer, were chatting about composition, and we said, we have a bunch of pieces that we have written, but we don't know how they sound. They've never been sung by a choir. We were a little bit timid to send them to conductors that we knew, to choirs that we knew, but we said we want to hear them sung, because without actually having the experience of a real choir, a real voice singing your music, it's hard to get an idea of how it works together and things that you can improve on as a composer. So that conversation started and soon included some more composers. There was enough interest that we thought, hey, let's get a choir together. I was at SMBI at that time, along with Ben actually. And we said, hey, there's a lot of people here who like singing. Why don't we get a choir together here and have a weekend? We'll rehearse the music and then we'll give a program. So that's what we did. We got music, and as we the wheels turned through the months, we got 8 composers in the end who participated that year. The first year, we had got the choir together, had rehearsal Friday night, rehearsal Saturday, and then Sunday gave a morning program, and then traveled and gave a Sunday evening program. The weekend went very well. It was a very young endeavor, and looking back, we see a lot of things that have grown since then. And we think that there was an idea there that caught fire, because after the programs were very well received by the audience, by the singers, by the composers who are very appreciative of the work that we were doing. At the end, several composers and some audience members and singers said, when are we doing this again? We want to hear this again. Composers would say, we have more music to sing. Soon we started thinking, can we make this, is this something that there's a need for? And so at that point then we decided we needed to build something of a structure, something that can sustain itself, that has a vision, that has some stability that composers can trust to bring their music to. One of the big things that we talked about with that development was, what is our mission? What is our vision? And so we developed a mission statement, which is to provide emerging Anabaptist composers with opportunity, experience, and community. We think that those things are important. The opportunity to hear their music sung, the experience of coming and listening to that, we encourage them to come for rehearsals. We also include some educational opportunities, like a lecture for the composers and various things like that. There are some things that we're considering continue to expand into on that experience side of things, such as potentially in the future having seminars, workshops, more long-term educational opportunities, rather than just the 2-hour lectures that we offer right now. So we're excited to see where that goes, but we're trying to not overextend ourselves and build something, again, that can last. We also have an advisory board to brainstorm new ideas and to keep, so that they can keep kind of a pulse on what we're doing, on the long-term vision, on how we're working that out. We do this to ensure that we are maintaining a course that is beneficial, that is not self-serving, and that can be of help to others. One of the questions that comes up is why? Why are we doing this? And specifically, why do we need new music? And there are a couple answers to this. One is, if everybody had said that, we would have no music, because at one point all music was new. We have experienced that a lot of the composers that we work with have said that this has been very helpful in their journey. We've also had a lot of audience members who say this is just wonderful what's happening. And we're glad to hear that, because it seems that there's a need that is there and that we can hopefully fill. Our ultimate hope for Cantate is that as people interact with us, whether that be composers, singers, audience members, that in the end they would leave having been encouraged, having been challenged perhaps, and ultimately having been drawn closer to God.